Flight Boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Antares Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God's duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, look, I'm gonna tell you motherfuckers the motherfucking journey that we have to take. But I'm gonna tell you how you already been on it, and I'm gonna set some examples so you can get a clear understanding. Like I said, I'm the Archangel Uriel. I've been through this rapture many a times. So I'm gonna give all you humans, I'm gonna give all mankind the truth concept of humanity and mankind and your travels and how you supposed to see things. Now, I'm going to first off start off by saying, in this realm of reality, right now, if you are a human, you are an elevated being, right? Now, I'm going to break it down how you're supposed to see it. Now, and just from human time, this kind of times break down infinity also, but just on a human wavelength frequency on this time, this universe is only 4,000 and something years old. Remind you, the ages move 1 degree every 72 years, right? The four archangels, I'm Archangel Uriel. You can say the cardinal points however you want to explain it, scientifically or however. I control the right side of it. I started off in Libra. So look at the planet Antares and look at it like this, right? If you're a scientist or something. I started in Antares at 0 degrees Libra. Right now, I'm in 8 degrees, 9 degrees Sagittarius, right? So if you could take that time reference, right? Say a degree in this time, an age moves every 72 years. So if I move 1 degree every 72 years and I started in 0 degrees Libra and right now I'm in 9 degrees Sagittarius, then what does that tell you? That tell you in this existence, in this time frame, the way humans look at it is this universe of this construct, of this 3D dense is only 4,000 and some years. Now, when we go into other realms of realities, we talk about something else. Now I'm going to talk about the concept of beings. Now, this is, you experience the rapture, right? Now, I want you to get this concept in your head. Now, when you as lesser beings, right? We know anytime you come down and something is added, it adds density, it adds weight in all realms of reality. That's basically math is how humans even construct math is orchestrating how large the universe is, basically, or how did it come down, or trying to analyze this vortex that came down, right? So what happens here is we know something was brought into density. So we know when space makes more space, it adds into more space, we know that just creates more space. From this space, that's more space, right? So within this space of opportunity and space of possibilities, of all possibilities, a lot of things happen. Temperature and all that shit. Now, let me tell you. Now, we know for a fact, right? Now, when some way adds density. So you have 3 realms, right? Your being, your solid, your soul, and that's 2. Yang is your body, your light being, your physical. Yin is your soul, your inside, going within, your emotions, your feelings, and your spirit is what's connecting to both. You get that from the one all spirit. You know what I'm saying? That's like space, time, and matter. Now, check this out. How you can see things that's less in your reality in 3D, how you can see things that's lesser, and things that has a lot of density, it has things that's added to it. So anytime you see a bug or an animal or anything that has more than 2 arms, more than 2 eyes, whatever like that, they're lesser beings. They're lesser on the evolutionary scale. Now let me tell you this: since you're human and you're able to have 2 hands and 2 eyes, that let you know you're higher on the evolutionary scale because you have less. We know the less is lightening up the load, and we know in the esoteric realm that's going up in God's brain. So the less you have in this reality, that lets you know the higher evolution you are. Now, keep that in mind. Now, check this out. You was at an evolution before this 4,000 years, it was another repeat of 4,000 years, right? So you as a human was in a time-space continuum before that was a little and more density to the point that humans had 2 arms. Humans had 4 eyes. There was a time humans have 6 arms. This is why when you see like pictures of old Egyptian and stuff like that, and they had 6 arms and 9 arms, that was very real. They're talking about a time that was real, but that time was lore and density, lore and evolution. You could kind of say it was lore and hell. You know what I'm saying? For you to have 2 arms and for them to have 6 arms, you're more of an elevated being. Now, let me tell you like this. Now, you may think they was more powerful because they was doing something you didn't do. It's something you do every day because you get lazy and procrastinate and do magic every day and don't even think it's magic. Then confuse your right and left brains. These times when you had 6 and 6 arms and 4 arms, you was a little bit more closer to truth. So you may not have been more powerful, but you was a little bit more closer to truth, so they know what to do to elevate. That's why you see them in gestures like any statue or anything that got 6 arms, 4 arms, they're in a special special gesture or something like that. Because what they did is they became one. You was them though, and when they became one, right? They elevated, became that one being, right? And then that one being had 2 arms now. See, it went from 4. You had 6 arms before. When they all came together as one, like my last video I was talking about, when we create the rapture, we're supposed to create the rapture together. We're not supposed to be afraid of it. That what separates us. So when the rapture comes, when everybody together are not supposed to be afraid, the ones who are afraid, the ones who are thinking all forms of separation, they're not gonna get elevated, and they're gonna add more weight, more experiences, more, even if it's positive or good, it don't matter. More experiences, more time, have to come back, experience again, come back more density and weight to the point that they come back as human again with 2 arms. See, we didn't get there yet, but in these times they come back as 4 arms again, and they didn't elevate with that one being that have 2 arms. Then when that one being came into a being to have 2 arms, now he amongst a whole bunch of reality of other beings with 2 arms. Now let me tell you, when we do this rapture this time, when we come together, the next step from this level, we're gonna have 1 eye, 1 arm. It's gonna be 1. And we're gonna be able to see it physically in that realm. Hold on, we ain't get there yet. We ain't get there yet. I'm the Archangel Uriel. I came in this existence for y'all. You feel me? We ain't get there yet. Now let me tell you, when we was in having 4 arms and stuff. Now look, pay attention. This is why your spirit always lives. Your spirit always exists, but it depends on your yin and yang. It depends on how you balance yourself. That depends on where you're going to place your spirit at in this whole fluid as a whole. So if you're a person who keep adding weight, whatever like that, you get spiritless and you get so separate from God and you get so dense and you get so separate that your spirit become dense. You come into a reality of something that, if I'm a higher being and if I can see things in this reality, I'm going to be able to see things in this reality that you can't see, because I only need 2 eyes. You going to come in the form of something that need 10 arms or 10 eyes. We'll have 10 arms and 10 eyes in the reality that we can see it. Bugs, spiders, ants. And here's the key thing. They can't see reality the way we can see it. So that's why they need more of it for their perception. We only need 2 in this realm we're in. But what I'm telling you is, we can think about this. Now, look how powerful you are right now as with just 2 arms and 2 eyes. You think as a human you the shit, right? Now just think about it if we all come together like how I said in the other video, and then everything cave in, we cause the rapture, and we become this one being. Nigga, alright, now think of it like this. Now you again, right? And you in a whole nother realm. You gonna have 1 eye, 1 arm, 1 leg, but you gonna be able to do shit that this lesser being can't see. So this realm right here is beings with 1 eye, 1 arm, and they can see things we can't see because we need 2 eyes to see this reality. They only need 1 eye. You get what kind of concept I'm saying? This is what happens with the rapture. This is how God becomes one again and how he separates himself again. And when the more and more separate he get, the more and more separate pieces he need. And he like to experience all realms of reality. This is why the lower on the ocean, the lower the fish, the heavier the fish, the bigger and the more eyes they have, the more they're lesser beings. You see what I'm saying? This is what separates you as a human, and this what confirms to you that what kind of being you are, and what on the evolutionary scale you are on. This lets you understand. So when you have a pet dog, whatever, something like that, that could be somebody from your family. But they done made they in their life, in their spirit travel, they done made themselves so dense to the point that they brought themselves down to a lower reality. So that's the real hell. Hell is when you come back as an animal. Now remember, or a bug, or something lower than that, or something bacterial. Now remind you, in God's head, He want to experience all this. So on the evolutionary scale, we start putting perceptions on it. So just by you being a human and you not being a bug or something, or an animal or something like that, animals is higher on the evolutionary scale than a bug. You know what I'm saying? But by you being a human, you add perception to it. So add perception to it. Now that as being a human, you know how to perceive down and up. You're gonna want to go up. So just on the conscious wavelength you on, the construct for you already have a sense of a construct of going up. That's what I'm saying. The whole mission as mankind is for us to come together. How I explained it in the other video. Like, you get my concept? So like bugs and animals and anything, you're able to perceive them in a way they can't perceive you, because they're beings on a lower density. They is you, but their spiritual travel. Your spiritual you got caught in more raptures and went up than these spiritual beings. So these spiritual beings, when they reciprocated in a solid, and then they spirit and they fluid and they solid, which is they soul and their body, come way lower into density. They got more and more experiences, so they lower on the evolutionary scale. See, evolution and creation is the same thing, but scientists don't get that because they confusing the right and left brain. Archangel Uriel. God damn it, I'm gonna make a part 2.